Yeah, Bring a Glory is a good one today. No, today's game day. Game day is, yeah, you pull all of them to the pillar, kill them, and then you kill the boss, and then you're done. Like 3 minutes. Oh, it's bad for that one, yeah. Yesterday was a good one for that one because there's like 4 packs. Yeah.
How you do it, man?
What were you watching?
Stay away from them.
Talk to me. Did Fushara send you? You honor me, Hashura.
First, second, third, fourth, fifth? Is it yeah? Yeah. Yeah, mass pull to the pillars. When they die, they drop a skull. You're supposed to kick the skull into the pillars, but if they die there, you just insta-dunk them. So if you just kill a bunch of them by a pillar, you can finish it in like a couple seconds. If she takes them off, then you just have to kick them in. It just adds a little bit of time, but it's not bad. There's something about pinging. You can like micro her. I don't fully understand how to do it. Someone was telling me you can like control where she goes by pinging stuff properly.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Hi Daniel. How am I? I'm doing well. How you doing? I'm doing the new world quest for today, the new quest for the day.
This amulet will encourage the spirits to move on. Or it could anger them. It's worth a try.
You're an MM enjoyer, so you're depressed? Wait, why? I feel like MM's like borderline OP. Right? Aren't you? Is an MM like super hype right now? I burn. Burn with the real first. Sorry for shouting. It's okay. This is a quiet stream day.
Have a target.
Tier, yeah, tier 5 is the max gear you can get this week. The only reason to do tier 8 is for the one map that you have to do.
Janalai must be watching.
And what spec of Hunter am I playing? Rickos? I am playing BM until I get the new 4-piece, and then once I get the new 4-piece, I'm playing like MM exclusively in Raid. And then in Keys, I'm probably playing a mix of Survival and BM. I'm really gonna overtake BM in Raid. Yeah, that's why it was so heavily nerfed. Deciding BM over serve now. Yeah. I don't know when the last time you tuned in was, but we've been planning on starting as BM for like, I think a month and a half now. So if you tuned in before then you might have heard that I was starting as serve, but that's old news. For about a month and a half, we've been starting as BM. BM's still good on pure single target, but the problem is like MM is really good at cleaving. And so in the raid, you're gonna want to probably play. Oh, yo, Pumper Grunt, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. But in the raid, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want a profile that has good cleave. It's one of the reasons why Arms Warrior is so good in the raid right now. But like, this fight is like a 2-target fight, right? It's 3 bosses, but you can only ever have 2 of them stacked at once. MM's gonna be really good in a scenario like that. That's like its prime player count. This fight has ads that kind of sync with volley, so it's really good for that. This is a good BM hunter fight. You can play either. I'm gonna be playing MM on this one probably, but BM is also good on this fight. Because it's pure single target. This is a 2-target fight, so you're gonna want to play MM on this one, and it has ads every 45. This has like a burn phase. And then the last boss, unsure. I think all 3 specs could be good on this boss. You could see serve maybe, depending on exactly how the ads work out. If there's like, I don't know. I think probably MM's gonna be the play.
I'm listening. May you always see the way ahead.
But I think all 3 of them could work on the last boss, depending on how like the mechanics end up shaping out. A lot of unknowns on that fight. I'm still to play even after the new BM buffs. Yeah, here actually let me edit this because there was new data. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So the AoE damage ended up being a little bit lower than we were looking at from yesterday. It's closer to 3% gain on AoE. Am I gonna level my Valera? I leveled it a couple days ago. We have our Valera maxed right now. I'd recommend doing that if you care about that question mark. It's just gonna make it easier to have her leveled up. It's only marginal, but you know, there's only so many things you can do to make it easier. That's just one of them. I was thinking to stream tonight, Kaze. Don't worry. I made it a point to at least stream for a little bit. I've been trying to get a lot of IRL stuff done before the tier starts so that I can just kind of lock in when the tier starts. Am I gonna grind out my second codex power? I need four more souls to do it. Did I do the Ring of Glory mislaid farm for that? I did, Clock. Oh, the respawn as soon as I left. Hunter Spec's the tankiest. Survival Sentinel is the tankiest. Yeah, the 1000 snakes achievement this morning. I did do that. I did that yesterday. I was like cleaning out my balcony. And I was just AFK walking into the wall the whole time. It was nice. You can buy those killfish. Yeah, that's what I've been doing every week. I just buy whatever those are. It's always like get 13 fish that you can fish up. I haven't fished here like once really. I've been just buying all of them. But yeah, Crunk, if you want to level Valera fast, what you do is you can go into a delve and you want this curio. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, well, it's because I entered combat. I can't. Here, one sec. But you get the Dun-Dun's curio, and you just go into any delve. Ring of Glory is typically the best one to do it in. And you just mount over the curiosities that are in the room. Each time you walk over one, it's like 1% experience for her. And you just run over them. It's like 7 levels an hour or so is what I was getting. So it took me like 2.5 hours to fully max her out. What's the point of this? Why are you doing this? That is insane. Arcane's kind of fun. You're like RNG specs, but it's kind of blasting. Yeah, it got kind of nerfed for next week, but it's still really good. For what it's worth, I do think it could have been really fun. It was like really close. I think they just made it too easy because it's like world content. I think that could have been fun. Yeah, that was the beta version. Also, there's powers that you get at different, like every 10 levels, and yeah, that's how it worked. Yeah. I was actually kind of excited for it on paper, but then it was just super easy and it was just a time sink, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. What level do you have to go to the new island? You have to be level 90, I believe. I think it's a max level zone. Level 83? Yeah, you want to max out. And then you should be good. I think Radar String, Survival, BM. If you have to play one of those two, Survival probably a slightly better damage profile for the raid. I'm gonna be like MM because I just want to play whatever is best for my guild. I'll be playing a lot of MM. But if you have to only play those two, I mean BM's gonna be good until you get the new tier set. Then Survival is like potentially an option as well. In your case, maybe just stick to BM because then you can just kind of like vibe. Yeah, I remember that. Did you get it? Oh. Yeah, there is a mount. Yeah. Trinket am I using? I'm using Radiant Plume and Gaze of the Onseer. Can buff become a buff 18 or not? What? I mean, BM did just get buffed. If that's what you mean. But it was a very small buff. Here, if you're curious, there's a command in the title that talks about the buff. Oh, so only would have given it to you up to 2? Okay. That BM is getting a buff? Yes, it is. If you look at the command above your message, there's a buffs command. And it kind of talks about what those changes are and a link to it. So just because something got buffed doesn't mean it's now the best spec in the game. It just means it was better than what it was. And that's the case here. The BM is now 1% better on single target, and then it's 3% stronger on a target. Other specs in that document were also buffed, and some specs were nerfed too. MM's probably still the play-in raid though, despite that buff. What'd you say? I didn't hear again. I'll never know. Oh, I see. Carl's a wild card. That's a good way to put it. Catching up, Rachel? Oh yeah, I saw your message about the mounts. Okay, what am I at? At 1162. Read if gay or half gay. I'm gonna start asking the same question I think you got before. I'm assuming you're planning to play BM and MM for the bosses in the raid now. Do I think you will alternate, or is MM superior? It depends on the boss. I think MM's pretty safe to play on every fight. There is some exceptions where, like, I think the pure single target fight of Scissorak might be good for BM.
Such a helpful young soldier. I'm listening, my friend.
I'm scared for you, pleb.
My magic is potent. Do not test me.
You can hover traps and see their, like, they have a name if you haven't triggered them. Like, here, take your cursor. See that golem in front of you, or to his right, there's a pile. Yeah, that's one of them. They each have their own, like, unique thing. Like that spike trap to your right. Up a little bit. I think you already triggered it. Yeah, that's the one that killed you.
Do you need protection?
Oh. Be a meta. Pro Poison Patroller. Pro Poison Patroller. Where is that one? 250. Wait, is this what you did for a mount, Rachel? There's no way you did 250. There's no way. It's a grind? Oh my god. You're at 70 currently? Okay, okay. That's a lot more doable, I think. You think you're gonna let that one build up slowly? Missing all the preseason for your vacation. You'll have 1 day to play. If you only have 4 hours to play this week, what is the priority to be prepared for release? Here, I have a command exactly for you, Bliskies. This is the command that I would recommend that you do. The only thing I wouldn't do is like the very last sentence where you want to farm Valera. That's like a side thing. But like you want to do a tier 8 map. A tier 8 delve map run is going to be really efficient. Your sparks aren't necessary to get this week, because you can just get them as catch up next week. You'll just need more time next week. An M0 sweep. Are you geared already, Sluskis? Like what's your item level on your character? Because you can skip the M0 sweep. You can skip the M0 sweep if you want, but you have to be kind of geared for that because it's like a pretty good way to get catch-up gear. Early in your class, you always play Mistweaver Monk, but you're gonna get tired of it. You want something else for casual keys with friends? Is Hunter a good option? Hunter's always in a spot where like you can basically make it work in every scenario. It's not always the best, but it's always tuned in a way where like it's middle of the pack. Yeah, spam. Do you have an interact key bound? Oh, I was about to say you can spam it, and if they knock it back, you just kick it back into them. That's what I was doing to cheat there. Oh, that's crazy. Is this beautiful to math for you? Versus season 1, so you just accept the M0 sweep and prior to the reset. Yeah, I would say do your map to get a hero piece. That's probably the #1 thing you want. You probably also want to fill your vault somehow. Tier 1 delves, if you spam them, you can get them done in like a minute. Because then you can get your socket. Because most people are either taking tier from their vault or they're taking a socket. And if you, it doesn't really matter. Those are pretty even. Some are slightly better for other people, but in your case, if you had limited time, I would spam tier 1 delves so that you can get a socket next week at every vault and then call it there. And just forfeit the farming for tier. Is the BM build going to change? No, it's the exact same. Basically, all that happens for the BM build, here I'll swap. All that happens is the Cobra shot talents are just better, but you're already playing all of them. So like, you're playing this one already, you're playing this one already, you're playing this one already. That's kind of it. You have a bonus roll with Vault next week? No, they've been a post saying that you cannot do that. You won't be getting a. You can only take a socket or your vault next week.
I've seen things that would scare
Also,
you
Kaze,
jealous.
I think I'm not super sold on Rogue being good as it is after like I don't know.
You got
Not super sold
the bite of
on sub at least. I need to see keys next week as people get like their tier pieces and stuff. It's looking at the soccer versus tier thing. Well, with your limited time, I think it's going to be hard for you to fill your vault. But if you did want to potentially get, your tier potentially, I would say do tier 5 delves or M0s, or maybe a combo of them. Because you just want 3 slots. Ideally, you would fill all of them, but since you're limited on time, might be tough.
sit down with me.
I thought you're back on the arms train. It would be cool to see a comp that's like Rogue Windwalker arms. I think that'd be a fun one.
Good to see you again.
Arsh, do you always watch your own video after you make it? Do you like fall asleep to it? The constant Windwalker run with last time was meta? Frost Mage and Sub Rogue. Need to fill 3 slots? Yeah, I think if I were to like optimally do it, 1 M0 is pretty fast. Well, okay, so like if you're just going for a socket, you would do 8 tier 1s, I think. 8 tier 1 delves. Those are like 3 minutes each, and you would just giga run those through. That would be like, 24 to like 30 minutes, depending on like your pacing. But if you wanted to try and get like as many tier spots open, you would do as many tier 5 delves as you can, and then as many M0s as you can in that window. And you want to do your map on a tier 8 delve. You get a tier piece. Do you get a bonus roll next week? No, we do not. You can only get a socket or a tier piece next week, like in terms of good items. And include a build. The single target and AoE builds should be sufficient. If there's cleave, you want to play the AoE build. If there's single target, you want to play the single target build. If there are specific bosses that deviate from those builds, I will also add those. Yeah. You have to go tier 10, get the extra crests. So the thing for that, Sluski, is you have to do a tier 11 next week. If you're limited on time this week, but you have like more time next week, you don't have to do a tier 10 this week. The only reason you're doing a tier 10 this week is so that next week you can just hop right into the tier 11. But if you have 4 hours, it might be more efficient for you to like not worry about that and then just do it next week, you know? It really depends on like what you want to spend your time on. But yeah, like for me, I did everything in that command that I posted. And you can kind of pick and choose, but I think the number one thing you want is to do a hero map on a tier 8 and then probably do enough vault activities to get 1 socket. And then if you have more time, you can go more into it. Has to be tier 5s. Well, you can get lower tier. It's just tier 5 is the one that's going to give you champion tier, and that's the level that you want. Get a screenshot and you'll try and do it. Nice. Well, good luck. So hi Nid, what talent is best, MM or BM? Depends on what content you're doing. If you're unsure, I would say BM's like good at most things. MM's gonna be better in raid. Serves me better in keys. BM's just like good at everything. So it's like if you want to like play one spec like set and forget, you could probably just play BM for everything. That's the benefit of a level 80 Valyria. So she scales. The higher level she is stronger. And if you're just going for the question mark boss next week, that's a delve. And so you'll have Valyria to help you. And so if she's high level, it'll be easier for you. Are we gonna play trick shots at all in the raid? I don't think so. I'm doing a new guild this year, and if all goes well, it should be your first Hall of Fame. You're nervous, so you don't know if going and perform well enough. You look forward to sending my videos to help you. Nice. Yeah, I think you're gonna either play pure single target or Hydra on every fight. I don't think there's a fight that we're playing trick shots on, as far as I know. Great Anim plus. Then yeah, so my answer is still the exact same, Nid. It's like they're all good. But there's a good and a bad thing this tier for hunters. All 3 of our talents are really close. They're all really good. The problem is they're all like middle of the pack. They're all B tier. The good thing for hunter mains is that means you can play whichever of the specs is like you like more for the most part. The bad thing is they're all like kind of like undertuned a little bit. Hi Greensville. You got a mage, a boomy, and an Ellie. What would I recommend spending time to get into this season? If you play them all equally, I would say mage is going to be really good. What's going on? I'm a cat. Dinner can just get dumpstered. Dumpstered. I think it was like a 6 or 7% nerf. I don't think it was that bad. That's what the mage. That's what the mage told me. In my guild. If you can put in a half the thumbnail or half of the tier list into the thumbnail, that gets more clicks, I think. People are like interested. You simply cannot with the streamer anymore. No, that's like the actual numbers I was quoted from like a professional mage. He said it's like a 6 to 7% nerf, and the tier set is less powerful. No, that's really good. Wait, Greenzel, do you want a leak of the thumbnail? Here, wait, let me show you the leak of the new Marsh thumbnail. He's taking a stance against AI thumbnails that everyone's been doing. And so he's making it a point to create all of his own. This is his brand new thumbnail for his latest tier list. Blur and swap the spec icons. Marsh, if you can somehow make it blurry, the tier list, I think it'll be better. Here, let me try something. I mean, this is pretty good. But I think if you blurred it, it's like, it goes to an S tier thumbnail. It becomes OP instead of borderline OP. Trying to see if I can do it for you. I send the merch. Playing on shooting 1% with Mage and Boonkin. Would Hunter be a foolish just a 3rd DPS? You want to do 3 1% mounts? Hunter should be fine for that. The 1% mount is like completely unaffected by meta. Like all the specs can easily make it. What? Oh, I'm saying just send it. Yeah, send it. Yeah, I blurred it, but it doesn't look very good, so don't worry about it. Oh, you're making a group. Okay, okay. I would say like Like something that would go really well in that comp is something to do that would like buff your group, like a Devour Demon Hunter, maybe a Havoc Demon Hunter, just something that's going to give them more damage. Ellie Shaman would actually be really good, I think. It has the same thing Kaze is talking about with like short interrupts. You like Ellie with that comp? Yeah, I think Ellie's good.
We fight for the Aman. All of them.
Is that everything in here for today? I think so. Noobs.
I answer to the light. Aldiel Shalah.
I feel like BM and raid. It's gonna be good on pure single target. Or is it even gonna be the best hunter spec?
Baladash Malanore.
There is much to be done. Stay vigilant.
18K from that turn in? Wait, 18K what? Oh, I did get 18,000 gold from that turn in. I did, yeah. Yeah, was that crazy? RNG? You don't understand? Well, BM's gonna be good on pure single target in the raid, but not every fight is pure single target. In fact, most aren't. That's like a rare damage type nowadays. I think BM's gonna fill in the whole rating pictures. One of the good DPS or a mid one. Well, I think it's gonna be kind of a mid one because it's good at single target, right? And MM's just like really good at everything else. So like, and MM's also really good at single target. So MM's gonna be just like really powerful in this raid, I think. BM's not bad by any means, but it's MM's just kind of designed for raiding this tier, I think. Same as last year. Why did they revert the Hunter's Mark changes? In Dungeons annoying, but having 100 being able to mark all the raid bosses sounds like a good thing. I think that was where the idea came from the first time. And then when you went to dungeons, it felt terrible. So they like took it back and like went to rework it. My assumption is next tier, they're going to let you like AoE apply it somehow. Yeah, I think they just, I would assume it's too short of a time span for them to make like a new spell that would AoE Hunter's Mark. So they decided to like revert it, keep it the same for another tier, and then I think going into season 3, I think they're gonna add like AoE Hunter's Mark of some sort. And the Hinge Wheel buff. I think that's really unlikely. That's what everyone really wants, but I think they want. I think if they could easily make it a buff, but they haven't yet. Is survival still significantly better than BM after the buff? No, they're pretty even. They're tied for best in keys with MM being 4% behind, and in raid it's a boss by boss basis. I would say survival and BM are pretty tied in keys. There's like a damage profile difference that you could go for. Like BM's more uncapped, and more AoE oriented, and survival's more prio oriented. But in terms of like overall, they should be pretty similar. So you can kind of play whichever you like better. Unless one of them gets buffed again. The changes to BM basically put it like perfectly balanced. Before it was like 0.5% worse to 1% worse. Will be able to push. Yeah, I think all the specs are able to push. The rest of the classes, or unless there'll be no major tier changes. All of the other classes pretty much got like negligible changes. Like a lot of them got like either like they tried to make it a net neutral and it was like a slight buff or a slight nerf, but they were trying to like nerf the tier. Like that whole recent one was mostly just like tier set readjustments. The biggest takeaways are like Enhanced just got straight buffed. That was a big one. Arcane Mage got like a nerf. Blood DK got a nerf. Thing is those all of the changes I think didn't change the meta. Mistweaver got an 8% aura. Your boys Asmus have gone 14% aura in 2 cycles. Yeah, they were really behind. I think they have like good like key damage now. This is the new Hydras. They get huge when you tame them. Yeah, I specifically like dislike large pets, but the good news for those Hydras is they're only big for you. They shrink for other people. So they're not that bad of a pet. But like large pets are like pretty bad, I think. What? No? Games are really easy to convince. Yeah, or it was short count. And so he just asked his GM buddy. He was like, yo, can I get an 8% aura buff? Can you do me a solid? And then they did. The new poison capybara? Yeah, you want to piss off your A team with them? Yeah, they the reason I don't like the big mounts is I guess what you're doing maliciously, but like you can hard troll the people in your group by having a giant pet. And make it like really hard for your melee to play the game, basically. So you want to like make sure you never have a big one. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do another map on someone. I'm gonna do a map on my warrior. If you were born with a big one, Grizzle. Or Frogos? Yeah, they used to have the tiny ones. Also Hydrake. I forget if I said hi already. I saw your message again. Are you spending crest this week? Champions are the only ones that are like potentially useful, but even those are pretty safe to just kind of send, I think. Let me find a hot warrior build to steal. Wait, I'm doing M0s now? What do you need? DPS? Yeah, I was about to bring a squishy character. Wait, Marshy's healing and you're getting Alfie? Did I replace my force set? No, force set's like extremely overpowered. I don't know if any class will do that, but typically most classes do not want to get rid of their force sets.
Make use of our coffers.
These rings are a lot better than what I have.
Adiel Shala.
Nice. Only Guardian because I never used it. Did they not rework the Guardian one? Because they completely changed their Apex. I would assume they might have like put in time. Yeah, what do I need to play? Uh, rather DPS. You can catalyze new pieces from last season's series set? You can. If it's an old piece, you can catalyze it. New pieces are doing it as well. What's been wrong? If new pieces can do it, then that's really good. I don't know if I actually tried. I want to assume they wouldn't have. Let's see. So I did my M0s on these 4 characters already. I haven't done M0s on anyone else. Let's see if I have any items in my bank that could make my mage stronger. Can you check in a second? Here, you do it. I want to set up my mage character, I think. Put in a phys comp, BM or survival. Depends on the rest of the phys comp. There's any charges, so it doesn't work at all.
Anaria Shalom.
If there's any items I can just replace. That breaks my tier.
Return when you need more.
I have a folio. The new item needs a charge and the old ones War Monk Shaman. You're playing War Monk Shaman and you're wondering what you want to play. If you have a Shaman, I think survival is going to typically be better. Or she's DPSing. Nice.
Baladash Malanor.
Greetings. May victory be ours.
The Sun Reapers.
Yeah, I forgot. I wanted to get the Void Storm trinket on this character. The massive gain. It's good to do before M0s because it makes them easier. First out on Hunter. Yep. Usually people go murder
Busier than usual in here. We need to act fast.
See. Need to buy some consumables. God. Buy like 10 of these. Also buy like 50 of these though. I bet it's 5. In the fire you had? Yeah, I do. Oh, I'm glad. Playing Ellie or enhance. He has to be playing Ellie. He's a resto one trick on that guy though. Is the thing. Playing Ellie. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He's probably just doing his like Ellie rotation on it.
Do what it takes
SLT one trick. That is what he's known for. He has a mean SLT. Yeah, just hop on in. Yeah.
Poking your
I should say
nose
on
where it
coming for
doesn't
himself as
belong.
personal.
Come face me,
Yeah.
sneak.
It is what he
Let's
does.
make an example of you. Yeah, you mongrel. Neville, drop it.
Find the goods.
That's good.
You're late. Clock in.
Glory to the Sindora.
I'm clocked. Fully clocked.
We will persevere. Victory lies ahead.
It's a pleb.
It's too far away.
They're way to tell like before they become active, these rowdy patrons. Like when I'm on this one, they always do the minus satisfaction before I can like realize they're doing it.
Perfection. Hey, you're getting excellent exposure from this.
Where is Serve Hunter angry? You want me to always play Serve?
Who are you? Who gave you access? I have to do everything. Break time. Get those crates down. Do it. You up there? Drop those crates and crush them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How do you play Sikkim over like bomb damage? In what build?
You up there? Drop those crates and crush them.
In the... I'm pretty sure both of my builds don't have it.
Break time. Get those crates down.
I was pack leader, you kind of rather play Sentinel? Well, I've exclusively played Sentinel. So I don't know what data you're looking at, but those are my talents in the sheet. And let me look at them. I'm pretty sure I don't play Sikkim in either of the builds. But I have to like put them in the Wowhead to confirm. Wowhead talent calculator.
Did you really think it would be this simple?
Survival. Import. Well, I am playing it in this pack leader build. Let me look at the scent build. I think for pack leader, you'd rather play Sikkim because of the bleeds. But yeah, my Sentinel build definitely doesn't. I've been kind of exclusively playing Sentinel. You put in my build. Oh, I would not use. So I would only ever look at what I post, not necessarily what I'm doing. I was probably like testing a build or something when you copied me. So Raider IO just snapshots whatever build you logged out in. And I could have easily been doing like a build for a delve or a build for, you know, like something else. And you just copied like a bad build, basically. But I would only ever look at the spreadsheet for that reason, because it's not what I recommend and it's not what I normally play. The problem is you took it from my Raider IO when I logged out, and you don't have the context of what I was doing in that exact moment. You have to play pack leader? No, I've been exclusively playing Sentinel. If that helps. Oh. No, Jimmy Job. So if you ever need talents, go to the spreadsheet. Don't copy what I'm playing, because what I'm playing isn't necessarily like what I would recommend. Like if you just asked me instead or just went to the sheet, it's where I would actually recommend stuff. And I wouldn't play pack leader. The defensives are worse right now, and they're close enough where I think it's just fine to play either. What Cape's saying is it's a slight min-max to play pack leader until you get the new tier, but I would be under the assumption that like you should probably like learn Sentinel instead or get more practice on Sentinel as opposed to just playing what's optimal for right now. Yeah, so I would recommend playing pack leader. There is more nuance. Or I would recommend playing Sentinel. There is more nuance. You can play pack leader to be better right now by a little bit, but I really wouldn't recommend doing that. Like I just feel like it's like not really worth it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Only just acted 12 salvo. Yeah, that's what I read in a couple guides, but I'm misplaying because this is I think my third dungeon is arcane. But I also read before soul you should definitely go to like a little higher because you want your soul window to be really strong. That's why I went to 25 there, so that in my whole soul window I started at a higher number. I don't know if that's good. And then right before, if I have this proc, where your missiles is going to give you 25, I think you're supposed to dump your salvo beforehand because you're about to get full. Like right here, I just overcapped because of that. Oh, everything's dead. A lot of AoE in this dungeon. Yeah. Only 12 cast 8 and proc. Yeah, I mean that was, I never denied that. I just mean like if you ever see me going higher than that, it's a mistake, right? Was he? We put 3 arms and 2 sub rogues in his comp.
It's still recharging.
Playing as MM is not a mistake. Well, sort of. Like, until you get tier, I wouldn't really recommend really playing MM. But it is going to be like really strong. A 3rd Dungeon of Arcane. Yeah, I just think people like to backseat, but I don't. The thing is like if you backseat when I'm this new, I don't. It's hard for me to even absorb like what's going on.
I'll give them the fate they desire.
It ends here, Lithiel.
Wretch.
Like people will be throwing me buff names and spell names, and I'm like,
Power it craves. Then taste
I still don't really understand what they are. I've been just waiting at the boss because that guy is just never gonna die.
feel the fell.
Backseating, but I'm beating Pleb.
Make them death.
That is true.
Consume you.
Let's see if this works. I wonder if I can like alter over the wave. Probably works. Probably blink over it too, but sometimes blink's weird. Oh. Alter should only be used to get a stack on blink back. I see. So I'll never use it for a defensive or like a defensive too.
The Void Storm frightens the city for good reason.
Defensive. We can go Den. This character's locked to Temple and King's Rest, but I could swap for this to something else. Okay. Well, if we do those last, then that will be best for me. Hey, Marsh, are you drunk? Okay. Time Walk, which is the 3rd row to the left. Let me just look it up. I have it, it's at the top. Oh. B.
beasts favor bloodthirsty insects from the leech bog. Help gather some more for the hunt.
I serve competitive with BM and MM in raid. Here, I have a command for you. Serve is pretty good in the raid. It's not best on any of the fights, but it'll be completely fine. All three of the specs are pretty B tier, so like you can definitely get away with playing serve on every single boss. People do it every tier. There's really good survival hunters and some really good guilds.
This must be the fire Lilas you spoke of. Sit, and we will start a ritual. But be ready. This is the lower of war. Whatever he dreams of, we must complete the trial.
In case he has to play mage for next year, he's
Do not
ready.
worry about your friend. There will be Hashe, Nalara, the dreamer, the lower of war will test that strength. A Hashe is only as strong
Yeah, I didn't know
as
what
their
to
warriors.
do otherwise.
You too will be tested in Nalarak's dream. The lower dreams of the Emanis past, when their winter was
You're forgetting to
preparing for it will be your first trial.
Interrupt.
Aw.
Interrupt.
I got glue plopped.
Interrupt.
I just got thread on like everything. It's okay.
Interrupt. Interrupt. Interrupt.
I don't think I have focus kick on this character. I'll set that up really quick.
Interrupt.
Yeah. You tried hiding 250? Something like that. 262 now. Crazy. I don't know, no one knows anything. What, like the dungeons or the classes or what? I mean, I guess kind of the same as last year. All right.
Preparing will help you in the trial ahead.
M0 rats. Yeah, my guild's putting together a bunch of M0 rat groups. Like this whole group, I think I'm the highest item level in it by a little bit. Actually, no, I think Pleb's higher. Plebs, what's your item level? Okay. You're 271. Okay. I was wondering if I was the highest or not. 262. Wait, what's Marsh? It's 265? Okay, so I'm the lowest.
In the winter, there were those like the Horde Manga, whose greed burdened others. Their money hashe.
You just have to keep. You just have to keep trying.
To eliminate them for the good of the tribe. Good. Resources will keep you alive.
I have a plan for crafting next week on my hunter. Yes, I have like 8 layers of a plan set up right now. That just sent me flying. Like I might be crafting a weapon potentially. I might be, I don't know. There's like it's completely contingent on what I loot in the raid, on like what I'm crafting. I think your early crafts are usually like are usually like that.
Seasons in the Lord's mind are changing. All you can do is take shelter from the rising winds.
We need to kill this guy.
They winter do
Like you could just pull the boss. About him.
Elder child beggar, it is done.
Refresh house benefits KS. That's baseline. Okay, okay. I'm just dying. Yeah? Oh. Yeah. Massive bracer upgrade. What the heck? Zeros are fun on the rat alts. Everything my hunter looted, I was like, oh well, it doesn't matter. This is my 5th. Should I actually use defensives? Well, PSC, if you paid attention there, I think I died to a bug. I died to the circle, not It didn't identify that I was in the circle there, but I'm pretty sure my body was in the circle. And my healer said, "Don't worry, I got this. It's easy." All tabbed. Gotcha. You don't even know the mechanics, you just guess. I like the new dungeons have like a decent set of mechanics, but I do feel like every dungeon set since like... when was it? They all feel like the same to me now. I don't think of like the last one. I feel like going into War Within, maybe. Was like the last time. The dungeons like felt different. I just mean like there's like it's like what's it called? Like there's a section with like kicks. There's like bolters in every pack. There's heals to kick. I don't know. I just feel like in general everything's kind of like it feels very homogenized lately.
You have passed the trial. Take the burden of Nalarak.
Make less spam militaries. I feel like the numbers are the same. Is there any math check on that? I want to compare like, I mean, Priory was like a weird one because there was like a giga amount, but like maybe every other dungeon you get like 1-to-1.
The last trial is at hand. Ready to test your strength and face my claws?
Get behind me!
My rage will find you.
Get behind me!
Not strong enough.
Sometimes you just gotta cook. I respect it. Yeah, I think that was my first time I've seen it.
The claws of the war god.
Get behind me!
Ultra Fangs doesn't feel like the rest of the dungeons at all. Hmm. They did go through and make it, we haven't seen fixates in a while. Fixates are very different. King's Rest and Temple are the two I did. Also, yeah, I could use a neck. Oh, I think I want the higher haste one. Wow, a lot of gear. The tank fails, like pulling to the right section of the three. They've done a shift this tier. Do you guys remember how last boss of Arakara had like a pass fail mechanic? Where like even in a +10 your group would die if they messed up? I think they've been doing a lot of mechanics like that. Like that first boss in Altars kind of like that, where like if your tank goes to the wrong side. Do you think Altar is more interesting, better designed, and do you think it's harder than those other ones? Or do you think the tuning is kind of the same? I have like a lot of haste now, that's good. Funnily enough, we're actually about to go to Altar. You can still fly when you have the movement speed buff for a little bit. If you raise it a brick, even if you're accustomed, especially at the evolves. Yeah, Yeah, maybe the evolves will be more interesting. I don't know if we've seen a mechanic like that, so that's a good distinction. Wait, did Dretna shave?
I'm out of range.
Yes, it looks smaller, like the beard hair in the tier list video.
Interrupt. 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 Interrupt.
The barrier is weakening.
At his discussion, you like how he made sure we knew he was at no point being ironic. Actually? You like those parts? I can't tell if you're trying to troll Marsh. Aw. Because you know how you're a troll. Or whatever he called you. More in depth. It's good. You take more damage. Yeah. Yeah.
One step closer.
I need to get.
I find arcane orb proc annoying that can pull extra mobs. That's one of the things that I kind of like about it. I like when there's it's like what I liked about Jadefire Stomp for Mistweaver too. I think it's fun to have to like think about where you're facing and like having front, like Hunter has a lot of frontals too. Oh, I wasn't looking. I don't know if you can. No. No, you get buffed. Yeah. I think we just had very low damage. You have to break the shield. Or it ramps. Alright, so you got a compliment on your tier list. Yeah, Burn said he liked the discussion. And that how you assured that you weren't being ironic during the tier list. He said that despite knowing that you hate him, I think. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna send cooldowns to break that shield this time, and then he died. So, thanks, Marsh.
There's a path to the altar, through the snake tunnels. Come with me.
Oh, another unused trinket. What the heck?
Ulatek's influence is evolving these creatures. The children of Ulatek infuse these eggs with
801 random secondary.
to these abominations. They even consume each other when given the chance.
Actually? Nice. Wow. The thing I really like about this new trinket is it doesn't have a massive wind up like my other trinket. I think it's new for King's Rest, right? I don't remember this trinket from BFA. There's like it's like Font of Power. I think that's where I got it from. Yeah. It was always there. The bigger bars that pop up from enemies in the middle of my screen is an add-on? Yes, it is. It's called targeted spells. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no problem.
None was successful in consuming this one. The goddess stands with us. They attack as one.
They're experimenting to create even more powerful forms. We must deal with this monster.
Yeah, I gotta watch Marshy's tier list and I gotta watch Venus's. I have them both on right now, but I can't listen to both at the same time. It's kind of hard. I don't really know.
Do you think
He has 3 modes. That's just still the spec to go to in season 2? No. I mean, so in keys, it's looking like survival is slightly ahead. But after the BM hunter buffs, you can basically play either. Pushing keys as BM is worth. Yeah, I mean, I'll be playing all 3 like I always do.
Sulshan, stop this ritual. Give us the fang.
Your sister.
I'm done listening to what you and Sulshara
Yeah, I feel kind of slow. There's a talent. Look at this one. You can like alter in place to like get your blinks. Yeah, I've been always holding it for defensive, but I think if I was better, I would probably just press that on cooldown movement. Dangerous.
You think you can stop me? I'd like to see you try. Ulatek's power is nearly at hand. You won't stop me.
Both. Yeah. Like if you like I think the tank sometimes just clears through the following it. I guess the healer can too, but the tank can't get picked by the line, so he could just clear it whenever.
It'll save us all.
Oh, grats. Dang. Different BM move BM from the bottom place of the tier list. It was never the bottom place of the tier list. I mean, link me the tier list, but I never thought it was the worst of the three. I thought here, I have a command in my title of the stream about where I think the specs are placed, and this is what I think. I think BM and Serve are kind of tied in keys. MM's a little behind, and then in raid, MM's really good, and then the other two are kind of tied, I think. I don't know, just send it. That's what I was doing. It worked.
We see you. Is that all?
Oh. Wait, Wolf's brother didn't even help him get title or get 1%? That's crazy. Did they add a weekly quest? Yes, it's to get a spark.
Vongara village is beyond saving. You may mourn later, but you must destroy them now.
I was thinking, especially if your brother is like one of the best DKs in NA. He's just like, sorry, I'm too busy. They nerf MM so hard it became worse in keys. Yes, so MM was one of the best specs in the game on PTR for keys. They nerfed it 15%, and then they nerfed it because it was really good in the raid, right? So if it's one of the best specs in keys and they didn't even nerf it for keys, they nerfed it like for the raid. You can kind of see like where it's going, but like now it's not so great in keys, but it's still really good in the raid. And they nerfed it 15%, so you could probably imagine like it was absurd in raid. We're talking between our specs towards the other classes. Oh, I see. I mean, it was only like a 1% single target buff and a 3% AoE buff for BM. So like, it doesn't really change your placement. I would still say they're all 3 B tier. I don't think it really changed much there. You're having more fun on your arcane than you have been on your survival hunter. Dang. It happens. I feel like if that'd be a damage thing. 'Cause like one of the things that people really like is just topping the meters, and if your spec is not topping the meters, then it can be like inherently like less fun a lot of the time.
So this is where Rulia has hidden
Wait, burn, type it, type it. Do it. Marsh said he doesn't hate you, by the way. I tried to like bait him into saying it. But he said, no, you're one of his favorite Banch viewers. He has a running list and you're near the top. That helps. Any specs in the spreadsheet now too? Yeah, I always keep that up to date, Caparian, as soon as I get a new build, it just instantly goes in there no matter what. So that spreadsheet is always like perfectly up to date. As long as I know about it, the spreadsheet knows about it. You're not trying hard enough then, Brain? I'm playing Ret Palette. I have any insight on the current Ret placement? I feel like Ret was really good last season. And this season, I feel like it's not so good. In general. Not to say your friend won't have success, but I think he missed a really good Ret season. And now it's like kind of a middle of the pack. It might be lower than Hunters. Like all three of our specs. And I feel like we're kind of low. There's a cast time on the fish item. There is not. There might be a slight travel time though, but it's like you walk up and you just throw it. You do have to be in melee range though, so the heck was that sound? Am I crazy for that sounding way too loud? Hey, Marsh didn't even want meal. Alright, Alfie, heal me. I can't cast in here. This is the worst idea I've ever thought. I don't know, I just got eaten. I expected to not only die, but blast before I started dying. And then I was just stunned for 10
I would
seconds.
not expose them
That's so
to the
sad.
light bloom long.
That's definitely worth it. Unless you don't want to. PM. Man. And Sheena's learning how to play. This is our like 6th dungeon or something. And I think I'm kind of understanding it now. There's a couple weird parts because like I was looking at the like APL and I think when I hit arcane missiles, I go to 11 right here. So I should probably fill that with a bolt. And now I'm at 13, so I can send arcane barrage here. There's no reason to go to
I can restore the Haranir to what we must
go
be,
higher.
but
Not
you
sure.
stand in my way.
Let me do my little
I
font
will
of power
go
here.
both ways. He will not escape again.
Behold my power!
Burn for me. Burn, you ever say that? Oh my god, I ripped. Oh.
Punish you all!
It's crazy.
Hear me roar! Bleed for your crimes! No chance!
God. Okay.
You bleed! I was chosen.
You should have been able to.
And the light blue burn for me! Bleed for your crimes! I call the light!
His faith in the goddess has become hatred. Is this what light bloom does?
Holy Marshy.
A precision attack. I should have called for everyone.
I got the same ring. I'm just glad you finally got an item. Look at the right side, Marsh. I wish we had like another prio target because I don't want to like send on this guy, but that's where we are. Yeah. No, that's insane. It's like the only class I know for a fact we want to. I was thinking DPS. Attack bear. It's not a bad idea. I think that's my favorite version of it. What are those bars of the enemy abilities? That is targeted spells. It's an add-on. What you need? Yeah, it was really useful last patch, and still in the game, so highly recommend. Yep, no problem. And there was a Tiger Ikara. Yeah, that one got fixed. We can do Void Scar and we can do Ruby. Let's go to Void Scar. We do these two and then we stop. Well, I am locked. I'd have to bring like a new character, and you said you wanted to stop, so.
I hunger for the opportunity to work together again. Come, let us forge a weapon worthy of your allies.
Stand fast. The Void's hunger must not claim any more of our people.
Wait, there's a button called Arcane Pulse that I think I just don't have on my bars. Or I just don't have Talented, maybe? Maybe that's like a single target talent or something.
Do as you like. Just make sure it's entertaining. Let the combat begin!
Season 1 2-second get deactivated? No, it shouldn't. Hey, I might be confused because that's what they do at the start of expansions, but they don't do that at the start of patches. Oh, actually, maybe I could have supernovaed that. Maybe I'm trolling.
Show me more of that potential I've been seeing.
I feel like this is like infinitely better than the version of Arcane I was seeing people play last patch. Like quality of life wise. This looks better. Nothing was on the turtle, my whole touch. Yeah. You'll do the living part just fine. Yeah, that is a good idea to ask for their source.
Interrupt.
Making this guy live? Bon's just the goat, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just those two. The annoying thing is they're both leather before the change too. It's 4 leather characters. Leather in general is gonna be fucked. No, should I? I think that's fine. If that's the case, that seems like a good swap. That might be his...
myself from battle. No longer will I keep you waiting. You have proven your worth. Enjoy. You should take it just a little slower. This is so fun. Enjoy. Looks like you need a fight. You should take it just a little slower. Exquisite.
Alexstrasza charged us with protecting the life pools from the Primalists. I pray they have not infiltrated too deeply. Ensure the eggs are safe and eliminate any threat on these sacred grounds.
Protect Malidrusa! She must continue her work. Allow them no further!
If only you could have understood the righteousness of our cause. Such a pointless death. I will not allow you to disturb Malidrusa's work.
I'm tanky.
My allies sacrificed themselves so that I could return these eggs to their natural state. You will not interfere! I consume you! I am sorry, but I need your strength, little one! Freeze your bones!
Alfie is my fault.
I consume you!
All the melees.
These belts are pure!
Oh wow.
They will show you the truth!
Thank you.
My chill will freeze
It's just like IRL. Mosquitoes like always go after me. I have a gene for it.
I consume you! Be frozen and shattered!
Nice.
Good work, champion. Now that you have
Oh, that would be
secured the
insane
pools
for me.
below,
Aw.
I require your aid above. The exposed life pools are in grave danger. A powerful primalist is attempting to burn all the nesting areas. You must clear them to get to her. I will keep watch from above while I confront the dragon who is leading this assault.
Yeah.
Take the eggs! Save as many as you can!
Yeah. Have you ever wanted that? There you go. That's how it always starts. Wait, you want to see if it like retroactively lets you trade it to me? Oh. You should watch out. You need an offhand.
Well done. You have secured the first pool. Now see to the others.
No, once it's locked to you, it's locked to you. Okay, I feel like Prismatic Bolt always gives me a barrage. Or not a barrage, but a missile. Yeah, has a 100% chance to get a clear casting. Nice. I'm learning how my class plays.
Keep clearing them out. Do not let the primalists desecrate this hallowed space.
Prismatic Bolt. The Apex. A 2% chance per salvo. You give me the bolt. Oh wow. Wait, were you drinking when I asked earlier, or did you start? I reminded you? Yeah.
Hurry onwards, champion.
Like, yeah, I guess I'm not drinking yet. Wait. What's the best hunter spec right now? Until you get tier, it's BM, and then once you get tier, they're all pretty even. I would say, like, in general, you probably want to play MM in raid, and then BM and survival are a little bit better in keys. For the start, I'm probably going to be playing more BM in keys and MM in raid, because I only have what's it called? A ranged weapon at the start, sorry. I was like, trying to figure it out.
The last pool is safe. She is exposed. Attack that primalist before she can summon reinforcements.
I will honor the sacrifice of my allies and burn through you myself! Be overwhelmed by the flame!
This hell's been nerfed a lot. Yeah, that's not to say like it won't be good when maybe it gets some sort of buffs. Survival is like slightly ahead because of its prio damage, but only by like a very small amount. Whereas last season survival was just better like the whole time. Halls of Atonement. You have those 4 hunters on the raid roster. Maybe the GM knows something you don't. I mean, in raid, it's actually insane. Like, I would expect most guilds to play two MM hunters, I think. Ooh, massive cloak upgrade. Huge.
I protect these life pools. No.
Was it dumb of you to send all of your crests on upgrading your gear? You're not be able to roll on tier and LFR raid? You can still roll on the tier. Yeah. Way back in the day. Why not? It's tough. I always feel like my images will tank for me and then they don't. Am I going BM for season 2? Until I get tier, yeah. So then once I get tier, I'm gonna be playing multiple specs. Depending on like specific content, sometimes there's something better to play. Oh, I swapped off because I thought this guy would be dead. It's kind of awkward. Whoa.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Thanks, Nancy. Leave the game a try. Sun's rough right now. Yeah, until you get tier, MM and survival are a little behind. Especially survival scent is like pretty behind. Nice, GG's. Oh, nice.
Thank you, champion. The life pools are safe for the moment, but the primalists are still a threat. We must be vigilant, lest we be caught off guard
Okay.
again.
Okay, I had this the whole time. But I think it's the only piece I didn't get. Maybe. When I say mythic level, just any tier? Any tier. It's just the new set bonus. Like at the start, it's super important to like hunt like champion or like veteran of the new tier. Like survival's tier, for example, is 20% extra damage when you get the 4 set. It's very strong and very bursty. And I'm definitely making mistakes, but it felt pretty good for an alt. Maybe you're just the mage, man? Think you have 2 set champ? Well, you don't have any tier yet. Because we don't have catalyst charges and we haven't done the new raid yet. So everyone should be at 0. Like you can't even get it until next week, but next week you're going to want to try and get 4 pieces as fast as possible. From like LFR, normal, heroic raid, mythic raid if you can. And then I think you should get a catalyst next week, but I think it's still unclear whether or not we are. See who's live. Hey, Shindig's not live. I had like premeditated that I was gonna read Shindig tonight. Yeah, so you have 2 cooldowns only now. It's Surge and Magi. And it's all around your apex, I think, is like the rotation. I don't know. I'm gonna say words that I'm learning, so I don't know if they're old ones that you'll know, but like Arcane Salvo. You know that one? Every time you missile something, you get a buff of Arcane Salvo, and you can have up to 25 stacks of it. And the rule now is you don't really care about like your number of arcane charges or anything, but like if you have 12 salvo charges, that's when you missile or barrage, sorry. Yeah, and then otherwise you hit arcane blast only if it procs. So like that stack, each stack you have of salvo when you throw it out is a 2% chance to give you a proc of a better arcane blast. And so you're like fishing for that proc, and then just missiling if you have clear casting, and then barraging if you have 12 or more. And then cooldowning. Yeah, it's 3 buttons. I don't think there's a single reason to hit Arcane Explosion. I have it on my bars. I don't think I'll ever hit it. And then you also like never really orb. Like you only orb is like your fillers when you have nothing to do, you spam Arcane Blast. And in the case where you have no charges, that's when you would orb. And that's it. So like I think I went through an entire M0 without hitting orb once, I think. It's like a lot different from the last time I played it. I'm like still trying to figure out like some of the stuff. It's a lot simpler though. Like there's really only 3 buttons to think about without the cooldowns. I have a mana gem on my bars, I just found. They got rid of everything else. Gian Marsh. Like after that M0 sweep, I kind of figured the class out a little bit. Yeah. Probably some min-maxes I was trolling, but I think I have the basics. This is what I was learning with. Yeah. So yeah, at the very end of your surge, you'll spam it. And then ideally you go into Soul with at least 12 stacks of Salvo, and you won't spend it in Soul. Those stacks, so you can kind of keep going. Yeah, you should. At least for cleave, I think it's only... Yeah, you should be, but your missiles and your everything else will just keep... I was at 4 like the whole time. All right, well, on that note, I'm gonna host Bond chat. Nope. Like my cooldown window is I think Surge, missiles, barrage, touch, and then just kind of like as many missiles as I can and apexes after I hit that touch. Yep, no problem. Again. Alright, chat, I'm rating Bond. The Ellie Shaman Goat. I think tomorrow I'm gonna set up... What's free t-shirt day? Don't miss that. But tomorrow I'm gonna go in and I'm probably gonna set up I kinda want that Void Storm trinket on this character. And then I'll probably get my other spark and maybe I'll work on another alt. Kinda want to gear up my arms and then gear up my rogue and my paladin. Also Kaze's still here. Yeah, I think the rogue re-entered as a potential alt. He goes by Bun now. Should I call him that when I raid him?
I'll do it. All right, well, see you everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.